everybody. I have a few things I need to say, and I need to make very freaking clear. I did call today. I'll get to that in a moment. First things first, my intent is not to have Cam ripped away from the only mother he has ever known. What my intent is, however, is to have the proper resources provided to Gabby so that she can be a better mother for that child. So a safety plan is put into place through family courts where she has to have a mental health evaluation, parenting classes, substance abuse evaluation possibly, or treatment. We don't know. That's all allegations and assumptions. Nobody knows that for sure. It will then be up to Gabby to complete those things. If she chooses not to complete those things, that is when the family court would step in and have Cam go live with a relative, a close relative. They will start from the top that he is the most comfortable with, and that is only if she refuses to do the safety plan. I'm not perfect. I'm not a perfect parent, but I know every day I try to be a better mom than I was yesterday, and I will do that until my last breath. That's just how it is. Now with Gabby on live all day, all night, with moments where she seems like she's possibly being goofy and silly and very caring and loving to Cam, and then all of a sudden a switch is flipped and she's different and she's screaming at him over very little things, being left unsupervised. We all know the things that people are seeing. That is an unstable, neglectful home environment. And if Cam is stuck in that environment until he is of age, he is going to be so mentally traumatized, and it will impact him for the rest of his life. It will. It is doing nothing but harm. So, hopefully, something comes of it, and hopefully a safety plan is put into place, and hopefully she does those things, and she tries to be a better parent today than she was yesterday. As soon as that starts. If she chooses not to cooperate with that, that's on her, and that's when they would remove him. Also, from something that was shared with me with her saying on when they only remove kids from homes, the reason she listed, no. They will remove a kid from home if a parent tests positive for drugs, not weed. Florida DCF really does not care too much about weed. They will ask them to quit and test again in 30 days. Once you have to start doing lab urine screens under a safety plan, then they do care about the weed. They're like, no, you were told not to do anything and you still are. I don't want to have a child ripped away from their mother, but I do want to help that child have the mother he deserves. I do. As far as the phone call, someone's calling me back tomorrow. I went about it a different way. I didn't want to call and just start complaining about how everything went and how I felt like it was so wrong. So instead, I just laid out the situation, how it occurred, and asked how they would have handled that situation. For instance, I said, let's say there's been hundreds of reports being made on one person. Only a few investigations were looked into and allegations were made on a new report that was filed. It was accepted. CPI spoke to the person that reported. CPI asked for proof of video.